Maryanne is also an actor, a writer, a producer. Let's welcome a very special guest and a very special lady, Ms. Maryanne Marttini.
Hi. Hi. It's so great to be here for AARP Comedy Night. Oh my God. Okay, well then it must be the first annual meeting of the Sun City Festival Maryanne Marttini Fan Club. So let's hear it for them. Thank you, thank you. You know, this morning, I almost missed my Southwest flight from Seattle back down here. And as I rushed on the plane looking for a seat, I tripped. And I landed face first in the lap of the best-looking guy on that plane. I did, and as he helped me ease my graceful ass into the empty seat next to him, he said, "Hey there, little darling, my name's Robert, but y'all can call me Bobby." So, well, hello, Bobby. My name's Maryanne, but y'all can call me Dave. Like Bobby, there might be a few of you that are just a little confused, especially this pretty lady down here. You were really looking at me earlier, and when I came on stage, she was, and I'll bet she was thinking, "Maryanne, you're kind of sexy for a chubby middle-aged cougar." So I don't need all of you as mixed up as she is. So I'm going to come out right now, and I'm going to tell all of you that I was not Bruce Jenner. But I was a professional bodybuilder. Don't you know that's what girls like Caitlin and I did when we were really mixed up boys a long time ago? I did everything in the world I could do just to be macho, and just look how that worked out. When I was a little guy and ready to start school, I thought I was a girl, but my parents made me wear boy clothes to school. They did, and the first day of school, I was terrified. But then my teacher asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I stood up in front of the class with those corduroys and my little plaid shirt, and I said, "The First Lady President of the United States, and my name will be Kellyanne Conway." I am so glad that didn't work out. But I knew from that moment that someday I was going to be a stand-up comedian. But my teacher didn't laugh. Nope. She sent a letter home to my mom and dad. My parents just tossed it aside. My mom says, "If you don't quit acting like a girl, I'm going to call you Maryanne." My dad wasn't so nice. He said the first time he gets nailed in the ass, he'll grow out of it. In junior high, I used to help my grandpa out at his gas station. And one day I was cleaning the ladies' room, and up on the wall there was a brand new vending machine. It said sanitary napkins, 25 cents. Well, I thought I was a girl, so I bought one and opened it, and I had no idea what it was for, so I put it in my pocket. Later that morning, Grandpa and I went out for breakfast. And when the waitress asked me if I needed a napkin, "That's okay, I've got my own, and it's sanitary." In high school, I still had to go to school dressed like a boy. I did, but that's when I discovered I love girls. I still do. And one day after school, when my mom was at work, I brought my girlfriend home, and we were going at it. I can't go that fast anymore. We were going at it on the living room sofa, and my mom came home early. She just screamed, oh my God, I gotta call your dad right now." And I thought, I'm gonna get killed. But then all I heard her say was, "Honey, he grew out of it." And he's not gay. My mom was so happy, she had no idea what a lesbian was back then. But I figured, about that time, I probably better make my parents happy. So I hid all my girl things. I took the cover off the bottom of that living room sofa. They call it a dust cover. And while I was stuffing my girl things up in there, my dad's porn collection fell out. Perfect. 2 days later, here comes my mom. She's storming in the room. She's throwing bras and panties and porn everywhere. And she goes, "Who do these belong to?" "Well, Mom, they're Dad's." "But I think he's going to grow out of it." Well, now I have to admit, because that was a long time ago. Today, I live in an Arizona active adult community. But I call it the Loop. It's an acronym, LOP. It stands for the Land of Old People. And it was an experience from the very first day. I went up to the rec center and looked at the beautiful pool. But then there's a humongous hot tub. It holds 100 people. And there's a sign in front of it that says children in diapers are not allowed in the hot tub. I don't know about you, but I'd rather be in a hot tub with children in diapers than 99 seniors without them. True. These are all true, right? Anyhow, and then I went into the clubhouse and I was shocked because up on the wall, in big letters, LGBT, clubs meet on Wednesday. Oh my God, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and a transgender club just for me? You can imagine Wednesday morning I rushed in the door and underneath the L it said Join Lunch Club. Underneath the G it said Golf Club is for you. Underneath the B it just said Bocce Ball. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is Bocce Ball anyway? I still don't know. So, and T, Tennis Club. Well, I joined Lunch Club because, frankly, being around balls for the last few years really makes me nervous. And my new friends in Lunch Club, oh my God, my BFF Marilyn, the moment I met her, she grabbed my hand and looked at my wedding rings. She goes, Maryanne, you're married. Are you married to a man or are you married to a woman? Why, I'm married to the most wonderful woman in the world. And Marilyn blushed and belted out, then you're a lesbian just like me. Well, not exactly, Marilyn. I'll never need a strap-on. Oh. You all know what that means? Well, I'm Maryanne, and I know what that means, and I know Ginger knows what that is, too. Oh, my gosh. And my buddy Steve, he's retired and decided he wanted to go back to work. So one day I get a phone call.
Maryanne, this is Steve. I'm on a job interview and I need your help. How soon after? How soon after you smoke pot before you can pass the drug test?
Well, Steve, try this. Pee in a cup and see if you can set it on fire.
What will that prove?
If you do it, it proves you're still stoned. And you better not take that test. There's probably some of you that aren't living in the loop that think, how will you know when you're ready to live in the loop? Well, I'll give you a couple tips. Ladies, if you really think that water aerobics is exercise, you are ready to live in the loop. And you guys, if you think your farts don't stink, and one morning you're laying in bed with the cat behind you and you let go a big one and the cat tries to bury it, they do stink. You're losing your sense of smell and you're ready to live in the loop. And if you couples are watching TV and the ad comes on for one of those walk-in tubs, and at the same time you turn to each other and say, do you think? Don't worry about moving, you're already there. There's a lot of people that have never met a transgender woman like me before, and when they meet me, they always ask me a lot of questions like, how long have you known? How long have you known you were special? Well, actually, it's been 73 years. I find it hard to believe, too. I can imagine what you're going through. But I get a lot of free drinks when I bet people they can't guess my age. And on the second try, it's a top shelf double. Now, here's a vision for you. I am 67 days younger than Donald J. Trump. I am. That man should have spent a lot more time with moisturizer and a lot less time thinking he could get a tan by jumping naked in a dumpster full of Cheetos. And yes, I do my own hair and makeup. This is my hair. I paid $300 for it. And trust me, CoverGirl was never meant to cover boys. Oh my gosh. And how's my family doing with my changes, they call it? Well, my daughter recently went to a party where there was a lot of people she didn't know. And you know how people always have a story to one-up one of your stories? She said after about a half an hour, she just said, "Hey, you guys want to see a picture of my dad?" They told her she won. Oh, and let's see. What are my favorite things about being a woman? Well, oh my gosh. It's not the clothes, the jewelry, or the free drinks. It's the ladies' room. Girls, it's our special place. We can go in there and make new friends, take selfies in the mirror. And what you guys don't know, we got our own little cube. We can go in there and text and talk to our friends as long as we want, and nobody cares. Unless you're at a Cardinals game. Mm-hmm. That line of femininity up there, if you take 10 seconds past that last tinkle, they turn into an angry mob. And only gay men can make friends in the men's room, right? But imagine this, a guy standing at a urinal talking to his best buddy on his cell phone.
Hey, dude, just standing here with my dick in my hand. Made me think of you. Let's do lunch.
And what do I miss? It's so easy, writing my name in the snow. Girls, no matter how drunk we get, we just can't do it unless your name is Dot. My whole life, I thought I was part Italian. I grew up in an Italian neighborhood, South Seattle, if any of you have been there. I learned to cook and parlare Italiano. And then Ancestry.com. Discover your DNA. I'm not Italian. My grandfather lied about everything. He was Armenian from Eastern Turkey. I don't know one Armenian word what they eat or even how to cook it. But hold on a second. If I'm Armenian, that must mean from this part up, I'm Kardashian. And from here down, I'm Australian, because unless you've been there, you will never, ever really know what's down under. Thank you all. You've been a great audience. Thank you to my friends.